What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Let's look at another GT3 class car from Mini GT, and it is Ford Mustang GT3 from 2024 IMSA Daytona 24 hours. I just like these endurance cars, and this is actually the sole reason got me into buying these Mini GT cars, and it's probably the reason I started collecting these diecast cars, to be honest. So I hope you guys like my GT3 series so far, and let's talk about this car. Ford Mustang GT3, predecessor of Ford GT, which retired in 2019. So there's a gap between 2020 and 2023. The Ford does not have any cars that's racing in those, endurance racing. So 2024 is the debut of this Ford Mustang GT3. And this number 64, so they have a pair of cars, right? 64 and 65. 65 unfortunately didn't finish the race, actually dropped off the race. 64 finished 31st overall. But the next year is the impressive one. So in 2025, the number 64 got a championship in their class, which is the GTD Pro. We'll be able to see the class here, GTD Pro here. See that? So I don't know if Mini GT has released the 2025 version yet, but if you got the 2024 version, well, congratulations, you got the debut car. But if you got a 2025 version, there's not much has been changed, right? It's definitely the same casting, but you probably got the championship car if you got a 65. So anyway, it's the same thing. You only need one, in my opinion. Let's look at the car itself. So first impression, when I got this on my hand, man, this guy is huge and heavy. So I have some other, classic GT3 class. Just want to do a size comparison. We all know that Lamborghini is pretty small, right? Compared to other GT3 cars, it's pretty small. Can you see the size difference of this Mustang and Lamborghini here? Look at the differences here. That's ridiculous. And Porsche is actually, I think it's a little bit larger than the Huracan, but let's see. Still. And 720S. See? This guy. So in the real car, this guy's huge and heavy too. And the downside is, if your car is heavy, it's kind of hard to accelerate, right? So they take the AC out, as a lot of cars do. They take the AC out, but still this car is still very heavy compared to other cars. So, all right, let's look at the quality of this casting. It's standard painting for a Mini GT standard. Very nice painting, and almost everything is painted. I don't see any obvious decals, so everything looks neat all the way around. And let's look at the front. The Mustang horse here, very clear, looks pretty good. The front grille, very good patterns here. Obviously, it's not cut through. It's not hollow, but the groove is nice and deep. You have a pair of acrylic headlights. Barely see any light bulbs details inside, but it's a skinny, like a squinky headlights, so you cannot see much anyway, right? And the classic endurance night vision light here. See the cluster of lights left and right, and it's in the middle. No, in middle is just IMSA signs. So these two clusters, you need to consider that this is 24-hour racing, so people race at night, so it's kind of crucial to have this night vision lights here. Good work done by Mini GT here, even though it's not separate pieces, but the image is very sharp. Some air intakes at front. Sponsorships, Michelin, Motul, and the front splitter is not carbon fiber, but it's pretty sharp. I'm not mad at that. On top, you can see the two huge air outlet for the radiator. This car is V8, naturally aspirated V8, so there's no intercooler. Big nose at front that contains the engine and the radiator, so it has the gas tank and the transmissions in the back to balance the car. Radiator painted in silver. You can see the little patterns here as well, but in the real car it should have a radiator fan either on top of one of these outlets here or in the middle, but I don't see it showing here. On the side, these kind of fan here, or the like air vents here for the tire turbulence on each side. Again, it does not have any hollow design, but it definitely has the patterns in the casting. The front mirror, you have the windshield wiper right in the middle. This is for the aerodynamic purposes. Mustang GT3, this might be a decal here, but it's actually very, I don't know, this might be painted as well, so very impressive. Again, same mistake that happens on almost every center windshield wiper cars. So they paint this thing over the windshield wiper. Can you see the little white dot here? Because they paint it over. In the real life, you don't paint it over the windshield wiper, right? So, well, because the windshield wiper is cast, like molded in the window, so it's not separate pieces. I guess this is just the best they can do. A lot of fun details at front we haven't even talked about yet, because for example, these locks from the front hood, and those like emergency plugs right here for the electricity shut off, and the arrow here, and the more locks for the front bumper. Very nice. On this side, as usual, the side mirrors are rubber. As usual, there's no silver stickers on the mirror. And the tires, beautiful tires. They rose very well, as always. Michelin tire prints, and it's kind of like a flower style rim. Center, you can see the lug nut in the middle, quick release, and on the side, carbon fiber piece right here. This is should be the LED thing showing the current standing within your class. Here's the gas cap, Mustang horse painting here, sponsorships number 64, and look at this beautiful exhaust pipe here. It has the nice texture. You can tell that it's not flat surfaces, showing the housing of the pipe, even though the pipe is not hollowed. Still, this design here is very very beautiful. Okay, can we move on to the back? Anything else to talk about here? Sponsorships, VP, the coolant, and Michelin little figure here. Multimatic, BMW Multimatic. In the back, I want to show you guys how big this diffuser here. We already know that this car is long, and the diffuser takes about 1/3 of the car. If you look at other cars, right? Well, it's convenience to have other cars here. Well, I guess this car has a big diffuser too. I guess Lamborghini has a big diffuser too. But it's still a little smaller than the Mustang right here. And also, these fins here are pretty sharp too. So I like how sharp this thing is. Let's see other diffusers. Oh, this is pretty flat. The 720S is pretty flat, and we have a small diffuser for the Porsche because it's the rear engine, so they have to fit a lot of stuff in the back here. Even though you see fairly small butt, but it fits a huge engine and diffuser, so that makes sense. Alright, back to the Mustang. I want to talk about this fin right here, or this wing right here. It just looks very awkward position for me. I mean, it's very accurate. I mean, that's nice replicate of the real car, but I just think that these two braces here, it will look way better if it's mounted on top of the trunk instead of the rear window. I guess they have their reasons, aerodynamic, whatever, but it just look, first of all, it's too big and too stretch out and mounted on a weird position. Anyway, just my opinion. I don't see any carbon fibers on this wing here, but on the side you can see the fours paintings. And this Mustang here. In the back, you can see the iconic Mustang tail lights. You know, this bar tail lights. This might not be the acrylic pieces, but it's very nicely painted over with a red color. You have more night vision lights here. See this cluster of light bulbs. You have GT3 Pro, number 64, and that's about it. At the bottom, 2025. What are you talking about? This is 2024. Right? I don't understand. So as usual, this is where I open things up. This is where I maybe damage some of my cars. A lot of times my cars got damaged this way. That things happen more on the tarmac works, to be honest, because tarmac works has those very fine antennas on top. So it's very easy to break when you're trying to hold the car this way, right? Let's look at what's inside. That's what I'm doing. Mini GT makes it very easy to open, so I kind of appreciate that. So we have the metal base tires with no like a braking details or anything, and come on, we have the metal body. You can see what pieces are, I mean, separate, right? Those are like windows, acrylic windows, and here is the plastic inside. Here we have a roll cage and like the racing bucket seats. Excuse me, steering wheels and the computer system next to it. Here in the back, I don't see much going on in the back. This is the distributor tank, the gas tank here. This might be some transmission thing, I don't know. Not quite sure. You can even see the little fire extinguisher right here. And that's about all we can see. No color separation. It's all black. Yeah, I kind of like this car. Very nice looking, American muscle car. Glad they have a good performance in 2025, and we'll see if they are gonna keep doing good in the future. So if you like this content, definitely give me a like. That will help me a lot, especially for my small, startup channel. And subscribe to my channel. You can see a lot of fun 64 scale diecast in the future. So yep, I'll see you guys in the next one.